unruly crowd.
Go fuck yourself!
God, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, this drink last night, I do.
Is this the first time you've worked together?
Are all of your names Nick?
Now, I want everybody, how many people here are hooked to the World Wide Web right now? Twitter, that sort of thing. I want you all to take a picture of this group right now, and I want you to put it up on Twitter and say, Panel 1, Duke Nukem, Shea Gorath, Sniper, Moira Brown are going to be doing the first 20 minutes of the screenplay of Pulp Fiction. Anybody here who has not heard Duke Nukem reading the lines of Samuel L. Jackson has not lived. So we need you to put that out right now, because this is a partially empty room. I know there are people suffering after Friday night parties, but we need to get more butts in the seat. So put it out right now and think you better much. You unruly crowd. Wonderful human beings. If there's anybody who has the room number for John Patrick Lowrie, could you call to make sure he has not done a Belushi overnight?
Too soon! Or if you paid attention yesterday, Ellen's cell phone number, call her.
Yeah, Ellen's cell phone number was inadvertently given out yesterday. I think he might have gotten whacked in his sleep.
Hi, Ellen. Yeah, can you tell your husband to wake the fuck up? Taken care of.
So until Sniper gets here, we can't begin that. However, there were questions left open, I guess, last night. Actually, do you have 50 Shades with you today?
Trashy piece of crap.
Somebody here last night had a copy of 50 Shades of Grey, and in the Jon St. John voice order panel last night, who was there?
Repeat customers.
He read as Duke Nukem 50 Shades of Grey. However, I think it would sound much better as read by Big the Cat. Because we have an unruly crowd here.
Thank you.
Wow, what a wake-up call.
So, anybody out there, you can freely admit it, you have a copy of 50 Shades of Grey?
I do. My mom shares my Amazon account.
That is brave of you to say.
I think actually he shares his mom's and he just wanted to get a peek at that person? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the other way around. Well, you have it there?
I absolutely have 50 Shades of Grey.
Who wants to hear 50 Shades of Grey as read by Big the Cat? Very red, very red.
Not surprised, not surprised. How'd you like that party that we were at last night?
How many people were at the party last night? I see one. Everybody else raise your hands if you're sorry you weren't at that party last night.
That was the most off-the-hook fucking racy fucking wow party in years. I gotta tell you.
It was a real unruly crowd. I forgot about it.
Nice place over there, Mike. While he's looking that up, let's have everybody introduce themselves. As John is getting himself familiar, we'll start down at this end, sir.
Sure, hey. I'm Niosi. Most of you probably know me as Carbone, which is my screen online handle thing. I've been doing voiceover games and stuff for the last, I can't hear what you're saying, I'm sorry. Hold your questions. I've been doing voiceover for video games for the last 2 years. I got my start on an anime based on a very popular video game, Pokemon. I was in the later part of the Diamond Pearl season. Since then, I've done a lot of video games. I've done some soldiers in like Dust and Lycian Tale, Galactic Fantasy Prelude, Detective Gursky in the Sake Visual Detective games, Niosi, which was one we just did recently. A whole lot of stuff. I also work on video games like Skull Rolls and Cry More and Crisis on Hours, and make cartoons about video games like Tell. So, and this is my third Voice-a-Palooza. I'm very happy to be here. Wes, thank you so much for bringing me back. and we're gonna have some fun.
That's a good one.
Good morning. I'm Carbone. I met Noella Chevy yesterday. I do commercial voiceover, voice work, video games, lots of audiobooks. My most favorite video game is Fallout 3, where I did tons of awesome characters, lots of screaming people, all the hookers, and Moira Brown.
Hello. My name is Wes Johnson. I do voices such as Shikarath for Oblivion and Skyrim. I am Lucy the Chance of the Dark Brotherhood, dear Giants of Sickness. And a number of other things. I'm wanted in 5 states and unwanted in 45.
That's not a good average.
Not anymore.
Alright, did any of you come to my panel at midnight last night? Yeah! Okay, so yeah, I read off all the games I'm on, so you know what I do, right? Tell us about yourself, Mike. Come on.
Well, I'm just some guy they dragged in off the street. They said, hey, you're going to be on the voice panel. All right.
Barney 5, ladies and gentlemen, Barney 5. Bring it, Barney.
Well, now you got your 2 rules. Here to start. Rule 1, obey all rules. Rule 2, well, I'm going to have to think that one out. But, well, my name's Mike Rosson. I've been doing voice work for years and years, since the mid-80s, and stand-up comedy and going on to do radio commercials. And had a whole lot of fun doing the games, voicing games, Fallout 3, I'm the voice of cop. And Moriarty, and a couple others I love doing. And I'm having a whole lot of fun. You guys are having fun. I'm having twice the fun you are. Aren't banquet rooms the acoustics, I think, original?
No. Do we have an audio guy around? Is there a tech ops person in the room right now? We are right on the edge of feedback, and it's a little
I think they went to look for the one extra microphone because
Can y'all hear me clear? Because up here,
yeah, how come we don't get stage monitors?
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, John Patrick Lowrie.
I gotta tell you what, I saw a lot of people flipping tables, but John Patrick Lowrie, he flipped a table that, I mean, you got some serious airtime on that bed.
Yeah, I was going for orbit, man.
Was that a $100 table?
I don't know how much it earned. Other people put up a table to watch me flip it. But it was a great experience, and I'm going for the Olympics in 2016.
As you should, that was pretty badass. I gotta say. Oh, okay.
All right, I need a volunteer real quick while we're doing this. Someone to come up here, grab this phone, and keep flipping to the right till you find a dirty part of 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, he owns the phone, maybe we should just let him.
Oh, why don't you do it then? Keep flipping until you find some
special word that starts with a C and ends with an interest.
Now, we'll get to that in a few minutes, okay? So keep looking for that. In the meantime, what I have right here in front of me is an envelope. Now, as I said, we've not done this before at Voice-a-Palooza, but because what this is about, pretty much, is making a game on the spot. You will be creating characters for us, you'll be coming up with items we will use, a name for the game, and then we will turn it into a completely disastrous hot mess right here on this stage. In the meantime, to get ourselves prepared for that, I have the first 26 pages, the first 20 minutes of the movie Pulp Fiction. This movie will be performed for you. If you've never seen it, you'll see it like you've never seen it before. This will be performed by the characters up here on the stage that we are most known for. Which means, first of all, we're going to start with the narrator. The narrator right here, played by Mike Rosson, you know from Fallout 3, as Gob and Moriarty, but he will not be using those voices. He'll be using Don Knotts to read all the stage directions and the narrator. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the role of young man who you know better as Honey Bunny, please welcome, in the voice of Sniper, John Patrick Lowrie. Young woman.
He's playing Honey Bunny?
I think is he Pumpkin? Is Pumpkin the guy?
Rico was Pumpkin.
What's that?
Rico was Pumpkin. The
Rico.
guy was Pumpkin.
Okay, so you're Pumpkin. Then you are Honey Bunny, in the voice of Moira Brown. As a trainer, what kind of trainer? I could tell you, but then I'd be sued. However, in the voice of the trainer, we have the poor, doomed Brett, played by Niosi. Of course, as you are an unruly crowd.
Go fuck yourself!
Nice.
In the role of Vincent, the breakout role of John Travolta, Shea Gorak. And as Jules, as brought to life in the film by Samuel L. Jackson, none other than Jon St. as Duke Nukem. How many people have been hoping for a Duke Nukem, Shea Gorak buddy picture? You have not? No, I haven't. The Caps announcer? I don't have the voice for it today. Besides, that voice has been officially locked out.
They can go fuck themselves.
Keep checking Twitter, though. Things may break before this is over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to begin the script, please welcome, he's dead, but he's with us today, Mr. Don Knotts.
Please hold your applause until you feel like it's necessary. I will be reading the stage directions for an award-winning movie. Now, if any of you have it in mind to take liberties or change anything, well, nip that in the bud. Nip it. We begin. Pulp Fiction by Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery. Pulp. Now, number one, a soft, moist, shapeless mass or matter. Number two, a magazine or book containing lurid subject matter and being characteristically printed on rough, unfinished paper. That's from your American Heritage Dictionary, New College Edition.
Don, speed it up, sir.
Oh, all right. Internal shot, coffee shop, morning. A normal day inspires like coffee shop in Los Angeles. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. While the place isn't jammed, there's a healthy number of people drinking coffee, munching on bacon, eating their eggs. The two of those people are a young man and a young woman. The young man has a slightly working-class English accent, and like his fellow countrymen, smokes cigarettes like they're going out of style. It is impossible to tell whether the young woman, or where the young woman is from, or how old she is. Everything she does contradicts something she did. The boy and girl sit in the booth. Their dialogue is said to be, in a rapid pace, his girl Friday fashion.
Forget it. It's too risky. I'm through doing that shit.
Always say that. The same thing every time, never again. I'm through, too dangerous.
I know I said that's what I always say. I'm always right, too.
But you forget about it in a day or two.
Yeah, well, the days of me forgetting all are over. The days of me remembering have just begun.
Oh, when you go on like this, you know what you sound like?
I sound like a sensible fucking man, that's what I sound like.
You sound like a duck.
Well, take heart, because you're never going to have to hear it again. Because since I'm never going to do it again, you're never going to have to hear me quack. How about how I'm never going to do it again?
After tonight.
The boy and the girl laugh, their laughter putting a pause in there, back and forth.
Correct. I've got all tonight to quack.
A waitress comes by with a pot of coffee.
Can I get anybody any more coffee?
Oh, yes, thank you.
The waitress pours the young man's coffee, and the young man lights up another cigarette.
I'm doing fine.
The waitress leaves. The young
taking the same fucking risk as when you rob a bank. You take more of a risk. Banks are easier. Federal banks aren't supposed to stop you anyway during a robbery. They're insured. Why should they care? You don't even need a gun in a federal bank. I heard about this guy who walked into a federal bank with a portable phone, handed the phone to the teller. The guy on the other end of the phone said, "We got this guy, little girl. We got this guy, little girl. And if you don't give him all your money, we're going to kill her."
Did it work?
Fucking A, it worked. That's what I'm talking about. You're not going to walk up in a bank with a telephone, not a pistol, not a shotgun, but a fucking phone. Cleans the place out. They don't even lift a fucking finger.
Well, did they hurt the little girl?
I don't know. All I never was a little girl. The point of the story isn't the little girl. The point of the story is they robbed the bank with a telephone.
You want to rob
I'm
banks?
not saying I'm going to rob banks. I'm just illustrating that if we did, it would be easier than what we've been doing.
So you don't want to be a bank robber?
Nah, all those guys are going down the same road, either dead or serving 20.
And no more liquor stores?
What are you talking about? Yeah, no more liquor stores. Besides, it ain't got the gig like it used to be. I mean, too many foreigners out in liquor stores, Vietnamese, Koreans. They can't fucking speak English. You tell them, empty out the register, and they don't know what it fucking means. They make it too personal. We keep on, one of those old dude motherfuckers gonna make them kill us. Gonna make us kill them. Sorry, I got confused for a minute.
Well, I'm not going to kill anybody.
I'm not gonna kill anybody either. But they'll probably put us in a situation where it's us or them. It's not just a goose. It's these old Jews who owned that store for 15 fucking generations. You got Grandpa Irvin sitting behind the counter with a fucking magnum. Try walking into one of those stores with nothing but a telephone. See how far it gets you. Fuck it. Forget it. We're out of it.
Well, what else is there? Day jobs?
Not this life.
Well, what then?
He calls to the waitress.
Garçon, coffee.
Then he looks at the girl.
This place.
The waitress comes by, pouring him some oil.
Garçon means boy.
She explains.
Here? It's a coffee shop.
What's wrong with that? People never rob restaurants. Why not? Bars, liquor stores, gas stations. You get your head blown off sticking up one of them. Restaurants, on the other hand, you catch them with their pants down. You're not expecting to get robbed, or not as expecting.
Then in places like this, could cut down on the hero factor.
Correct, just like banks. These places are insured. The managers don't give a fuck. They're just trying to get you out the doors before you start plugging diners. Waitresses, forget it. They ain't taking a dollar for the register. Bus boy, some wetback getting paid $1.50 an hour, gonna really give a fuck you're stealing from the owner? Customers are sitting there with food in their mouths. They don't know what's going on. One minute they're having a dinner omelet, next minute somebody's sticking a gun in their faces.
The young woman visibly takes in the idea. The young man continues in a low voice.
See, I got the idea last liquor store we stuck up. Remember all those customers kept coming in?
Yeah?
And you got the idea to take everybody's water. That was a good idea.
Thanks.
We made more from the water than we did from the register.
Yes, we did.
A lot of people go to restaurants.
A lot of wallets.
Pretty smart, man.
The young woman scans the restaurant for this new information. She sees all the patrons eating lost in conversation. The tired waitress taking orders, the bus boys going through the motions, collecting dishes, the manager complaining to the cook about something. A smile breaks out on the young woman's face.
Pretty smart. I'm ready. Let's go. Right here, right now.
Remember, same as before. Your crowd control, I handle the employees.
Got it.
They both take out their .32 caliber pistols and lay them on the table. He looks at her, and she back at him.
I love you, Pumpkin.
I love you, honey bunny.
And with that, Pumpkin and Honey Bunny grab their weapons, stand up, and rob the restaurant. Pumpkin's robbery person is at the end of an in-control professional. Honey Bunny's is out of a psychopathic character who can lose together.
Everybody, be cool. This is a robbery.
Any of you fucking pricks move, and I'll execute every one of you motherfuckers.
A response from the unruly crowd.
Cut to credit sequence. Pulp Fiction. Intro. 74 Chevy. Moving. Morning. An old gas-guzzling, dirty, white 1974 Chevy Nova barrels down a homeless street in Hollywood. In the front seat are two young fellas. One white, one black. They're both wearing cheap black suits and their thin black ties under long green dusters. Their names are Vincent Vega, the white guy, and Jules Winfield, black. Jules is behind the wheel.
Okay, now tell me about the hash bars.
What sort do you want to know?
Well, hash is legal there, right?
can't walk into a restaurant, roll a joint, and start puffing away. You're only supposed to smoke in your home or certain designated places.
Those are hash bars?
Yeah, it breaks down like this. It's legal to buy it, it's legal to own it, and if you're the proprietor of a hash bar, it's legal to sell it. It's legal to carry it, which doesn't really matter because get a load of this. If the cops stump you, it's illegal for this to search you. Searching you is a right the cops in Amsterdam don't have.
Oh, that's it, man. I'm fucking going. That's all there is to it.
You're digging the most. But you know what the funniest thing about Europe is?
What?
It's the little differences. A lot of the same shit we got here, they got there. But they're the little differences.
Examples?
Well, in Amsterdam, you can buy beer in a movie theater. I don't mean in a paper cup either. They give you a glass of beer, make it a bar. In Paris, you can buy beer at McDonald's. Also, you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
What, they don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
No, they got the metric system there. They would know what the fuck a quarter pounder is.
What do they call it?
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. And what do they call a Big Mac?
A Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac.
Le Big Mac. What do they call a Whopper?
I don't know. I didn't go into a Burger King. But you know what they put on French fries in Holland instead of ketchup?
What?
Mayonnaise.
God damn.
I see them do it, and I don't mean a little bit on the side of the blade. They fucking drown in it.
Ugh.
Intro, Chevy, trunk, Martin. The trunk of the Chevy opens up. Jules and Vincent reach inside, taking out two 45 automatics, locking and loading and cocking them.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
How many are up there?
3 or 4.
Counting our guy.
I'm not sure.
So there could be 5 guys up there.
It's possible.
Yeah, we should have fucking shotguns.
They close the trunk. Exterior shot, apartment building courtyard, morning. Vincent and Jules, their long matching overcoats practically dragging on the ground, walk through the courtyard of what looks like a hacienda-style Hollywood apartment building. We track alongside.
What's her name?
Mia.
How did Marcellus and her meet?
I don't know. However people meet people. She used to be an actress.
She ever do anything I ever saw?
I think her biggest deal was she started a pilot.
What's a pilot?
Well, you know the shows on TV.
I don't watch TV.
Yes, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on that invention they show shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, the way they pick the shows on TV is they make one show. That show's called a pilot. And they show that one show to the people who pick the shows. And on the strength of that one show, they decided they want to make more shows. Some get accepted and become TV programs, some don't. And become nothing. She started one of those that became nothing.
They enter the apartment building. Interior reception area, apartment building, morning. Vincent and Jules walk through the reception area and wait for the elevator.
Hey, you remember Antoine Rockador? Half black, half Samoan. Used to call him Tony Rocky Horror.
Yeah, maybe. He's fat, right?
I wouldn't go so far as to call a brother fat. I mean, he got a weight problem. What's the nigga gonna do? He's a Samoan.
I think I know what you mean. Who you mean? What about him?
Well, Marcellus fucked his ass up good. Word around the campfire? It was on account of Marcellus Wallace's wife.
The elevator arrives, the men step inside.
What did he do? Fuck her?
No, nothing bad.
Well, what then?
He gave her a foot massage.
A foot massage? That's all. Well, what did Marcellus do?
I sent a couple of guys over to do it to his place. They took him out on the patio of his apartment, threw his ass over the balcony. Nigger fell 4 stories. They had this garden at the bottom, right? Enclosed in glass, like one of them greenhouse fucking things. Nigger fell right through that, man. Since then, he's kind of developed a speech impediment.
The elevator doors open. Jules and Vincent exit.
Oh, that's a damn shame.
Interior, apartment building hallway, morning. Steadicam in front of Jules and Vincent
Play with matches, you'll get burned.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't go giving Marcellus Wallace's new bride a foot massage.
You don't think he overreacted?
Antoine probably didn't expect Marcellus to react like he did, but he had to expect a reaction.
It was a foot massage. A foot massage is nothing, man. I give my mother a foot massage.
It's laying hands on Marcellus Wallace's new wife in a familiar way. Isn't it as bad as eating her out? No! But you're in the same fucking ballpark.
Jules, stop, Vince.
Whoa, stop right there. Eating a bitch out and giving a bitch a foot massage ain't even the same fucking thing.
Not the same thing, the same ballpark.
It ain't no ballpark either. Look, maybe your method of foot massage differs from mine. But touching this lady's feet and sticking your tongue in her holiest of holies ain't the same ballpark, ain't the same league, ain't even the same fucking sport. Foot massages don't mean shit.
Have you ever given a foot massage?
Don't be telling me about foot massages. I'm the fucking master. Shit, yeah. I got my techniques, man. I don't need to tickle with nothing.
Have you ever given a guy a foot massage?
Fuck you.
Starts walking down the hall. Vincent, smiling, walks a little bit ahead.
How many?
Fuck you.
Would you give me a foot massage? I'm kind of tired.
Man, you best back off. I'm getting pissed. This is the door.
The two men stand in front of the door numbered 49. They whisper.
What time is it?
7:22 in the morning.
It ain't quite time. Let's hang back.
They move a little way from the door, facing each other, still whispering.
Look, just because I wouldn't give no man a foot massage doesn't make it right for Marcellus to throw Antoine off a building into a glass motherfucking house. Fucking up women and tots. That ain't right, man. Motherfucker to do that to me, you better paralyze my ass, because I'd kill that motherfucker.
Well, I'm not saying he was right. But you're saying a foot massage don't mean nothing, and I'm saying it does. I've given a million ladies a million foot massages. They all mean something. We act like they won't, but they do. That's what's so fucking cool about them. There's sexual things going on that nobody's talking about, but you know it, and she knows it. Fucking Marcellus know it, and Antoine should have fucking known better. That's his fucking wife, man. He could have had a sense of humor about that shit.
That's an interesting point, but hey, let's get into character.
What's her name again?
Mia. Why are you so interested in Big Man's wife?
Well, Marcellus is leaving for Florida, and when he's gone, he wants me to take care of Mia.
Take care of her?
Makes the gun out of his finger and places it to his hand.
No, not that. Take her out. Show her a good time. Don't let her get lonely.
You're gonna be taking Mia Wallace out on a date.
It's in that gate. It's like when you and your buddy's wife go to a movie or something. It's just, you know, good company.
Jules looks at him.
It's not a date.
Jules just looks at him. Interior apartment, room 49, morning. Three young guys, obviously in over their heads, sit at a table with hamburgers, french fries, and soda pops laid out. One of them flips a loud bolt on the door, opening it to reveal Jules and Vincent in the hallway.
Hey, kids.
The two men stroll inside. Sorry, I had a little too much open. The three young caught-off-guard guys are Marvin, the black young man who opened the door, Will, as the scene progresses back into the corner. Roger, a young blonde-haired surfer kid with a flock of seagulls haircut, who has yet to say a word, sits at the table with a big, sloppy hamburger in his hand. Brad, a white, preppy-looking sort with a blow-dry haircut. Vincent and Jules take in the place, and with their hands in their pockets, Jules is the one who does the talking.
How you boys doing?
No answer.
Am I tripping, or did I just ask you a question?
We're doing okay. As Jules and Brett talk, Vincent moves behind the young boys.
Do you know who we are?
Brett shakes his head no.
We're associates of your business partner, Marcellus Wallace. You remember your business partner, don't you?
No answer.
Now I'm gonna take a wild guess here. You're Brett, right?
No, my name's Corey. Yeah.
I thought so. Well, you remember your business partner Marcellus Wallace, don't you, Brett?
I remember him.
Good for you. Looks like me and Vincent caught you at breakfast. Sorry about that, man. What you eating there?
Hamburgers?
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast. What kind of hamburgers?
Cheeseburgers.
No, I mean, where did you get them? McDonald's, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, where'd you get them?
Big Kahuna Burger.
Ooh, Big Kahuna Burger. That's that Hawaiian burger joint, right? I heard they got some tasty burgers. I ain't never had one myself. How are they?
They're good.
Mind if I try one of yours?
No.
Yours is this one, right?
Yeah.
Jules grabs a burger and takes a bite of it.
That is a tasty burger, Vince. Didn't you ever try a Big Kahuna burger?
No.
Jules holds out the big kahuna.
You want a bite? They're real good.
I need John Gray.
Well, if you like hamburgers, give them a try sometimes. Me, I can't usually eat them because my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which more or less makes me a vegetarian, but I sure love the taste of a good burger. Brett, you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France?
No.
Tell them, Vincent.
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese, motherfucker. You know why they call it that?
Because of the metric system?
Check out the big brain on Brett. You a smart motherfucker. That's right, the metric system. What's in this?
Sprite.
Sprite, good. Mind if I have some of your tasty beverage to wash this down with?
Sure.
Jules grabs the cup and takes a sip.
It's the spot. You, flock of seagulls, you know what we're here for?
Roger nods his head, yes.
Then why don't you tell my boy here, Vince, where you got that shit hid?
It's under the bed.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be good. I'm sorry. You were saying?
Oh, it's under the bed.
Vincent moves to the bed, reaches underneath it, pulling out a black snap briefcase.
Got it.
Vincent flips the two locks, opening the case. We can't see what's inside, but a small glow emits from the case. Vincent just stares at it, transfixed.
We heavy?
No answer from the transfixed Vincent.
Vincent, we happy?
Closing the case.
Yeah, we're happy.
Look, what's your name? I got his name's Vincent, but what's yours?
My name's Pitt. You ain't talking your ass out of this shit.
I just want you to know how sorry we are about how we fucked things up, how fucked up things got between us and Mr. Wallace. When we entered into this thing, we only had the best intentions.
As Brett talks, Jules takes out his gun and shoots Roger 3 times in the chest, blowing him out of his chair. Now Vince smiles to himself, and Jules has got stopped. Brad's just shit his pants, he's not crying or whimpering, but he's so full of fear, it's as if his body's imploded.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did that break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please continue. I believe you were saying something about best intentions.
Now Brad can't say a word.
What's the matter, huh? Oh, you were there anyway, huh? Well, let me retort. Would you describe for me what Marcellus Wallace looks like?
Brad still can't speak. Jules snaps, savagely tipping the card table over, removing the only barrier between himself and Brett. Brett now sits on a lone chair before Jules like a political prisoner in front of an interrogator.
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country? I know. What do they speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker. Can you speak it?
Yes?
Then you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
What?
Jules takes his .45 and presses the barrel hard into Brett's cheek.
Say what again? Come on, say what again? I fucking dare you! I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Brett is regressive on the spot.
Now describe to me what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
Brett does his best.
Well, he's black.
Go on.
And he's bald.
Does he look like a
What? Jules' eyes go Vincent. Vincent smirks. Jules rolls his eyes and shoots Brett in the shoulder. Brett screams, breaking into a shaking, trembling spasm in the chair.
Does he look like a bitch?
No!
Then why did you try to fuck him like a bitch?
Now in the lower voice.
Yeah, you did, Brett. You tried to fuck him. You ever read the Bible, Brett?
Yes?
There's a passage I got memorized. Seems appropriate for this situation. Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper, and will be the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
The two men empty their guns at the same time on the sitting Brett. Against Black, They are dead, Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pulp Fiction. All right, thank you, man. Good night. This is where we get to. We have a lot of time here this afternoon. We're going to get to creating the games for you here, but in the meantime, to give us a little bit of a break from creating or doing different voices, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the floor for about 20 minutes or so. This floor open? This floor right here. Oh, bodies from last year's MAGFest. Nice. So what we'd like you to do is, if you have a question for anybody up here on the panel, whether it be John Patrick Lowrie, Chris Niosi, Karen Carbone, this guy, that guy, or that guy. Come on up here, step up to the center circle. We will take questions. We will possibly give answers. Is there anybody out there who has a question today? Just come on up. Any question whatsoever.
Because we can't hear you way back there.
Yeah, this guy has a question.
How's your wife?
How's my wife doing? She's fine. She's in a play out in Seattle, and she's having a great time, but she sends her love to everyone here. She's, my wife's the only one, just in case you don't know, voice of Gladys and Portal, and she's sorry she can't be here, but she's doing great. She's very much looking forward to seeing Pacific Rim this summer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Or something she's reiterating Gladys' voice in that.
What Guillermo wanted was Gladys in his movie. And so he knows the guys at Valve, and he said that he wanted Gladys, and Valve guy said, yeah, well, you can tell him the claim. And so they negotiated and brought her into the studio. And so that's what you got. Gladys is the robot. Gypsy Danger is the name of the robot that she is.
Gypsy Danger.
Gypsy Danger.
Yeah. Well, her voice in that and then giant robots, I was like, oh, I'm sold.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
With you and your wife being involved with Val and probably being pretty close to Mr. Big Guy himself, are they capable of making a third game in the series?
Gabe Newell's mother was attacked and brutally beaten by the number 3. So this makes it very hard, difficult to bring up the whole idea with him. So, other than that, I don't know anything else. I know that I've had conversations with them about Half-Life 2, 3, and we've certainly talked to them about whether or not there's going to be a Portal 3, and they say about as much to us as they say to you. So we're just the actors. Sorry.
What do you find different about
Is anybody here into regular animation acting? Yeah?
Yeah, well with animation, I mean, I also make my own cartoons and I voice in them, so I have like beyond levels of freedom. But with when you're just hired to do voiceover work for prelay, that's what we call that, you have a lot of range, and also what some of these guys were talking about on the panel yesterday is you actually do get to be in the room with all of the cast, which is awesome because then you can bounce back and forth and have a good time and make jokes, and sometimes even add extra lines or material about the animator. Oh, that's really funny, let's put that in the episode, etc. With video games, you do get some freedom because a lot of the time it is prelay, unless it's a game that's recorded in Japan first, which sometimes can be the case. But and then you have to like fit into a time slot in whatever the Japanese line is. But you do get some creative freedom with games as well, usually with just how the performance goes. But it does have to fit into sometimes a very well-formulated script that you need to adhere to, so the game is all working.
Video games don't work.
Well, that's tough. I liked a lot of them. Certainly TF2. I think Halo ODST, my work on that was very fun. My work on Fear Project Origin was a lot of fun. And but all of them have been fun. The Suffering had some hilarious stuff in it.
Sarah, before you leave, and the other gentleman was up here, step on up here, you've got $1 in bottle caps. It's mad money, you can use it for free. You take it, take it, keep touching it.
Also, there's a difference between voicing just a straight animation in a game. Straight animation might have one page and what's up, Doc? And, why'd you do that? For a character voice, this might be one segment of yes, no, maybe, what? You read a million different things for that one character.
And I don't know anybody, whether you're voicing for video games or whatever you're voicing for, if you're doing any kind of character work, who doesn't just worship Mel Blanc, who was like the father from whence we all came.
Yeah, we miss you, Don.
We shan't.
Oh, frankly.
All right. I had the good fortune to run into Chris earlier and had a quick conversation about directors. What do you guys like to see and not like to see in directors that you work with during video game recording?
Experience. There are newbie directors out there who don't really know how to direct a voice actor. They may know what their vision or what they anticipate a scene sounding like, but if they haven't directed before and they don't know how to get that out of the voice actor, they get a shitty performance because they don't direct well.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, speaking seriously here, I think that a good director needs to know what the actor's process is, so that you're giving the actor the kind of information he needs to make the choices that he makes to make the character work. So I mean, the best directors that I've worked with have also been actors.
And a real minus for a director most of the time is nudity. It really puts everybody off, it's uncomfortable, and just uncalled for. Sir?
Oh, I want to ask you, I'm a really big fan of the Jon series. I'm a huge fan of all your work. And I'm just wondering if you were ever considering releasing an album with music from it?
Oh, yeah. So I do this series on Newgrounds and YouTube called Tone, Terrain Magical Expertise. It's a show about like if World of Warcraft and Facebook had a baby, Tone would be a baby. And focus on these characters who play the game and involve the hackers and stuff. The music is done by this very talented individual from California named Weston Duran. You know him as the guy who did the original It's Over 9,000 video on YouTube that got a bajillion views and started a whole phenomenon. He's an amazing chiptune artist. He does like this beautiful sounding Super Nintendo style music. And we actually do want to do a soundtrack release. We have the theme song, which he did compose on Bandcamp, but we definitely want to do that down the line. I think we're waiting until more episodes come out, but yeah, we definitely want to do that. Also, free $1 t-shirt. Congratulations.
And then the Nylon theme song on that too?
Yes, we're going to release the Nylon theme song when episode 6 comes out.
Awesome.
Welcome to the Tone panel. Anyway.
Take your mag money. Nice catch.
Oh, again, 2/3 of you.
I just have to say your hair gets better and better every day.
I think it has to do largely with the wind. I keep having to walk through the wind as I go from my car this day, so there's just zany things in my hair. But what I was curious about is, I think last night you mentioned at your panel about someone having their voice modulated. What interests me is when you're auditioning, is it preferable, or do people who are hiring you, do they prefer people who can do kind of like voices like that or whatever naturally, or is it really not matter since they can just edit your voice later?
Oh, they want it naturally because the quickest result is to have the original recording sound the way you want it. I mean, there are characters where they pitch shift it down, like you saw that demo I showed for Painkillers, Hell and Damnation last night.
That's what I'm talking about.
Obviously, the Grim Reaper voice was pitched way down. The guy sounded like Wes. He had that real graphic voice, but it was pitched down unnaturally, and they want that character to seem that way. But no, it's like when you audition, you don't dare ever change the original recording of an audition. You never change the pitch to make you sound more like what they want, because if you can't sound that way live on the mic in the studio when they're recording, then you fooled them and they don't appreciate it.
So kind of like a guy who spits balls.
Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes if you do it right, you sound modulated on your own. Like the Dromora was slightly modulated that I did for Oblivion and for Skyrim, but mostly those voices came directly from me. Oh, right there.
Yeah, well, and you know,
if you have something clean to work with, then they can pitch and modulate it. You don't want to go too far. You go a little bit here and there, but as John said, they don't want you doing their work for them. Right, something clean and they'll play with it.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, face it, they're looking for a voice that they want to work with. And if they want a low-pitched voice, they're going to go with somebody like me or Wes, you know, or John, that has a low voice. And so I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, they get to play. You know, whatever you bring into the studio, they're going to play with it anyway. But that's their fun. That's not your fun.
Thank you.
Wait, here you go. Here's your mag money. And I want you to turn around real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it would look like if Flight of the Conchords did Back to the Future.
My question is for you, Wes. What was the most fucking backward on the series?
That's kind of a toss-up. I really, I enjoyed the Sheogorath a lot, but the discovery of the Lucian and coming up with Lucian and going there when really all they were looking for were just these straight, generic class voices. There was a little bit of a bad boy element there, doing something that they weren't prepared for. They were so not prepared for it that when they asked me to do some of the voices later, they said, "Oh, it's great that you can change up. Give us a few of your homeless guys, the beggars. Give us a few of the beggars in a different voice," which they didn't count on later because when they put it all together in the programming, it would start mixing the voices up. So you would hear a homeless guy come and go, "Thank you, kind sir. I really appreciate the money." So it was like, it didn't work for him very well, but the Lucian was great to me because it changed the way Bethesda went about. They started opening things up and making it a lot more diverse and doing different voices for different characters along the way. So I really loved Lucian. He was kind of like my first love.
Were you sad when he died?
I didn't know when I was recording it that he was going to die. I just knew that my dialogue had ended. I didn't know he was going to die until...
So you weren't sad, you thought they just hadn't written anything.
Yeah, it's like, it's over, okay, that's it, that's all for Lucian, let's move on with the paper, let's do another character. And then when I'm playing the game later and I see him strung up with his diddly bits cut off, I was like, hey! So, yeah, by the way, spoiler. But I did, it was fun.
It's 6 years old now, there's no spoilers.
Yeah, it's 6 years old, oh dear Lord.
These gamers, they played through the fucking thing in 5 hours.
Yeah. But I love that they brought him back later, coming back from the afterlife. So if any of my characters can come back, Lucian comes back in the afterlife, and then you get to see Sheogorath, who's no longer the same Sheogorath you got to see he's actually you, which is very cool. But I was pretty worried for a while that every one of my characters was getting capped, you know, but they found ways around it. Here's your man. Oh, that's there.
By the way, let's just point out something. Great directors are very valuable, so are really good engineers. So stuff like that doesn't happen when voices get mixed up or bad filters or pitching down. Good engineers may have issues, thank God.
Oh, you disappoint. Say it louder, so I can hold the mic right to your mouth and say it one more time.
Hi, I'm really proud.
Go fuck yourself!
Did you like that? Is that good for you?
Yes.
It was good for me too, baby.
I love karaoke. I think Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I really like that. And they did Johnny Cash. They do a really good Johnny Cash.
Do you know Paradise by the Dashboard Light? Do we know anybody out here who knows the female version? We got a meatloaf. We need some dressing.
And don't let yours meatloaf.
Oh, she knows it.
Maybe later. Yeah.
Let me sleep on it.
Any other questions?
Wait a minute. Mac money. It's Mac money.
Thank you. Oh.
This is a question for everyone, kind of to go off the previous question.
But real quick,
Can I stop you real quick? Everybody who gets the mic to ask a question, if you want a cheap thrill before you ask us our question, just say hi.
Hi, I'm really proud.
didn't that feel good?
To go off the previous question, have you ever had to sing for a role, and was it as fun as normal?
Yeah, I'll go.
I also do character voices for theme park attractions, like Legoland in California. And there's a theme park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee that Dolly Parton owns called Dollywood. And they have this ride called the Mystery Mine Ride. And before you get on this ride, there's a long line you have to wait through, going through a cave system. And every, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, you're standing next to this audio animatronic buzzer. And his name is Buzz. And when I went to audition for this role, they said, we're looking for somebody who can do an authentic Tennessee accent, sound creepy, and be able to sing on key. And I went, oh, I think I can do that. And I went into the audition. I heard the guy coming out of the studio before me. He sounded like a grizzly bear. I went, man, I hope they don't hire him because that doesn't sound like a buzzard. And then I got my chance to do it, and they hired me, so that's why I'm the voice of Buzz the Buzzard. And I had to be able to sing, because I sing some old weird songs they wrote up for the character. Yeah, that was my only singing experience in a project like that.
Anybody who wants to go?
I've never been paid to sing on purpose. I've sang in paid for performance, but I've actually been paid quite a lot to stop.
Who wants to throw some Mac money?
It's not all throw it once. I've never had to sing for a voiceover gig, but I know someone has.
My question is to the group. I'm just wondering, like, you guys said that it takes a long time to become a voice actor. If you guys weren't voice acting, what would you guys be doing? And like, what do you guys do in your spare time besides the whole voice acting bit?
We cry a lot.
Especially when
I would probably still be a radio broadcaster. Thank God I'm not in that business anymore.
Well, I started out as a jazz fusion musician and composer. I continue to be the only one I've ever met who got into acting because the pay was better and the work was steady.
You a funny motherfucker.
That's insane. I've been very lucky for the voiceover work I've gotten. Animation is actually like my first and foremost thing. But I think that just in general, I would want to be working in entertainment and performing and creating in some way, shape, or form. If I couldn't animate, I would focus more on acting. If I couldn't speak, I would just focus all on drawing. But thankfully, I'm able to do both. So, yeah.
Well,
I'd be doing the same as I'm doing, it's just fell into it because I love performing.
I do film and commercial television acting, and I'm a stunt woman, so fills in.
Can you do a stunt? Do a stunt for us. What do you do?
Will you stand on the table and fold the
Come down. What stunt can you do?
I usually get beat up a lot.
All right, well, this gentleman here, let's get a volunteer from the front row. Step up here, sir. Step out to the center circle here. Ladies and gentlemen, you will now get to see Karen Carbone get beat up by a random audience member.
Sir, do not misjudge your reach, please. Watch her take a punch. I'll do the folding. Okay, here comes the punch.
Turn sideways. Turn sideways. Turn sideways.
Dude, never think a chick when she's down. There's other stuff you're supposed to do when she's down.
Hey, I'm really proud.
Go!
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm really proud.
Go fuck yourself!
It was better the second time.
Yeah, they meant it the second time. They're always surprised the first time.
The other way you mentioned, like, you said like you're in home recording, you have like a favorite, like, I think it's an audio techno or something. Do you have like a preferred headset as well? Do you bring your own headset when you're recording?
Okay.
I like to use a nice Sennheiser. I've got a good Sennheiser set of, the microphone I use is an AKG tube mic. No, actually, it's a Perception 880. Yeah, and but what the best thing is, I was eventually able to get an Avalon processor, the Avalon SP7. Yeah, which is beautiful. It's blue. It's beautiful. It took me a while to get it, but I ended up getting it on eBay. And then when I found out who I bought it from, I ended up getting it from Johnny Resnick of the Goo Goo Dolls. Yeah, and so basically, my voice processor feels like it's in retirement.
That microphone I mentioned to you mostly is for portable setups and people getting into the business. It is a nice condenser microphone, and you want a condenser, a phantom power condenser microphone. But that particular one, a $99 mic, is not what I prefer. It's not what I use. I have a Neumann TLM 102, a 103, and a U87, and they're very expensive, but boy, they sound great. If you get serious, you want a real microphone, you buy a Neumann.
It's worth it. What it does for your voice with a better microphone is incredible, but you can take a mid-range microphone, we talked about this yesterday, and build yourself a box for less than $20. It doesn't have to look pretty. What it does is what people don't realize is that if you take a microphone just like this and you start speaking into it in the middle of a room, you're going to get a lot of slapback echo. And it really makes your voice, it makes a $1 million mic sound like a $2 mic. And if you want to make a $2 mic, really spend more than $2. But if you want to make a mid-range mic sound like $1 million, you block that sound. You buy the box, you get yourself a little waffle mattress, you put the inside, you tape it on, or glue it all through the inside of the box, and then you place it around the mic, you put the mic inside the box. John, you mentioned there's another way to even make it better, right?
Well, I mean, if you live in a noisy area, if you're worried about external noise, what you can do is buy a second larger box and put the small box inside that. What you want is a dead air space. If you have two surfaces where there isn't much vibration between them, that's going to make the sound isolation inside the smaller box much better.
Oh, and headphones, by the way, can I wear that? For headphones, what you want to be careful of is, for voiceover work specifically, don't get like Dr. Great Beats headphones. You want a flat response. You don't want headphones that color the audio. In other words, boost the high end or boost the lows.
Yeah.
You don't want a false sense that, well, my voice sounds really cool low, when in fact it sounds like this while you're recording it. Don't let the headphones color the sound. Get some of the flat response.
So headphones with the big extra bass, maybe a little bit of this, you know, it's not going to go onto the tape.
What is that? What is that?
I am really proud.
Go on yourself! That's a good way to go out. That was great. Good thinking.
Hello, really proud.
Go on yourself!
Look, you're ruling!
You said really,
Doesn't matter, they're trained.
All right.
They still think you should go fuck yourself.
have a question for all of you.
Hey, wait, before you do that, will you call us unruly voice actors so we can get in on it?
Hello, unruly voice actors.
Go fuck yourself!
I want to know what's the most famous person you worked with / the person that you love them up working with the most?
Besides Wes Johnson.
Besides these
Wait, we're not actually working together. This
Right.
is work.
This
Are
is
we being
work,
paid?
yeah.
Are you getting paid to be here? I'm not getting paid to be here. This is not.
I love to work, hands down, bar none, with the people who pay me.
The only celebrity I ever really worked with was Bill Nye the Science Guy. Something years ago, I was for Discovery Kids, and I don't even know what it was, but it paid union wages, and I was happy.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Well, I got to have a baby with Liam Neeson. As the mother in Fallout.
Is he like really super fucking tall?
Well, he was in California and I was in Bethesda, so he's
So
not tall.
he's
got a
really large,
long
yeah.
range.
Actually, I did an episode of Veep recently, and I got a chance to work with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and she is incredibly nice. I mean, you meet people at times, and you work with some folks, and they are incredibly full of themselves, and she's just not one of them. She was just, she was funny, she was nice, she was everything I didn't expect her to be. I mean, she's Elaine from freaking Seinfeld. She can be anybody she wants. She was, you know, actually, your wife, Ellen, I mean, meeting you guys, just incredibly nice folks. You find a lot more nice folks in voice acting, we're more humble.
Well, I think that when you're on screen, you're dealing with a lot of pressure of being recognized and stuff like that, and I think it's harder to have a private life. And, you know, I mean, with us, the only place that we're famous is places like this, where you guys know who we are. Even people who play the games have no idea what we look like. And so we don't have that pressure in our, you know, just going to the grocery store kind of stuff where we're dealing with that. So.
Yeah, it's great to be famous at a con and they go home and be nobody.
That's
The best of both worlds.
I didn't get to work with him personally, but I got to work on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that was playing upstairs, where Jaleel White got to come back and voice Sonic the Hedgehog. And he sounded awesome. He'd done it like 15 years. He sounded amazing. And getting to be in that and do some voice work that I can't spoil, but come watch that Wednesday, was really cool, being in the same pocket as him. So.
And John Leguizamo killed the shopping. He's very nice.
He killed you.
Shopping the neck and the leg.
You got better.
He had a tracheotomy with a ballpoint pen and a bang.
John Leguizamo was in E.G. in the Mario live-action movie. There's a Mario movie. Because you all love that movie so much.
I think that deserves a response from the unruly crowd.
Go fuck yourself!
Hi, unruly crowd.
Go fuck yourself!
My question is actually for Karen. Do you think, I mean, we've all heard you guys talk about how difficult it is to get into the business. Do you think being a female voice actor made video games any more or less difficult for you?
I think there's probably more male voices in video games than female voices. So just
We
by
do evil better.
yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry, have you met my wife?
I still correctly like what the series.
Because the issue is, I do a lot of little boy voices. So if you can't hire little boys,
Can I thank you for adding voices to it? Because you didn't use the word voices when you said it yesterday.
I stand corrected. So I think you have a little better range if you could do some kids. But again, there's more male.
Okay, you went right back to
It's that booger thing again.
But I mean, but once again, I mean, my friend Jen Taylor does a lot of work in video games. She was in all, you know, in the Halo games. She's not very famous for that. So, I mean, when we did Half-Life 2, there were a whole bunch of citizens, and I did all the male citizens, and Mary Kay Urban did all the female citizens. So, I mean, yeah, I would say there might still be slightly more male characters in video games, but in my experience, it's kind of balancing out. I mean, it's starting to balance out. I mean, I think that as we, the kind of classic storytelling that we like is the story about the man and the woman. And we're getting away from that. I mean, the woman is no longer either, you know, the symbol of whorishness or the symbol of virginity. The woman can be just a human being, and so we can have a whole bunch of women. You know, you look at something like Avatar, there were quite a few major female characters in that, even though most of the action was kind of military kind of stuff. But we really had a lot of female voices, and I think that that's the future. I mean, as we go forward, the storytelling is going to be very much more balanced.
Which Avatar do you mean, by the way?
This is the 1931 version with the...
I mean, like The Last Airbender or James
No, I'm talking about James Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So, I mean, I really wouldn't discourage women from going into voiceover. Because as a story I love to tell, I beat up my wife for 8 years to get a voice demo, and now she's, you know, much more famous than I am. So, go for it.
Quick question for Duke here. A lot of people didn't like the.
What was that? What was
Pleasant conversation.
A lot of people didn't like the Duke game. What were your thoughts?
Wait a minute, unruly crowd.
Go fuck yourself! That's the answer. Like, what would I say to people who didn't like the game? Good bookies. No, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Most of them are shitty. But the thing is, it was unfairly judged. What most of the critics who you know wrote about Duke Nukem Forever complained that they're younger than you for the most part, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, they did not grow up playing Duke 3D. They did not understand that Duke Nukem Forever was a throwback to Duke 3D. It's a game that they started making in 1998, and it just got shelved for so long. So they expected the graphics to be all fucking Call of Duty. Come on, man. This game was 14 years old when it was released.
You guys here at MAGFest understand retro, right?
Retro. So that's what it was. It was retro. I don't blame them for panning the game, for giving it, you know, 3 out of 10 stars, whatever. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Me personally, I fucking love the game. I think it's hilarious.
On that note, real quick, anybody here who has the oldest Duke Nukem item with them here today, the most retro version, will get this Power Up Arcade light switch. It was given to us by Think Geek. If you have it, bring it on up here right now. The oldest Duke Nukem. Stand by for one moment, folks. We'll be right with you.
Like
the oldest Duke Nukem item. You have the oldest, you will win this right now.
This isn't fair. We have the oldest Duke Nukem item right up here on the panel.
I'll take that prize, thank you.
All right, this is Time to Kill.
Time to Kill, yeah, that's sir. That's older.
Duke Nukem 64. So closer. Wait, Dr. Who, come back. Here you go. Take this, sir. Need your game. Congratulations.
No, I'm saying, well, we're not going to do the... I don't
Now, the first person who gets up here with something that has sniper on it will get one as well. Any sniper paraphernalia. Wait, now, I will accept anything from either Gob or Moriarty or Moira Brown or any kind of radiation poisoning.
Come on, Niosi, you got a little bit of it out there. No one's doing their research, shame on you.
What do you got, sir? Other than really nice breasts, what do you have?
Radiation.
Radiation?
Nuclear.
That's a Duke Nukem thing? Oh, what do we got? 101, Fall 101. There we go. Pass that over to you. You have not looked at it. Show us the people. Come on, unruly crowd. great.
I'm sure you guys probably get this one a lot, but what is the strangest thing that you had to do or a director has asked you to do or like say while trying to get a break on
There are outtakes of it on the internet. The first Duke Nukem recording session I had, where the kids I couldn't maintain because the director, you can hear her saying on it, continue sitting on the toilet trying to take a shit, John. And so I literally pictured myself sitting down taking a shit. The kids, look.
Did you get handed? One time I had to read stage directions for Pulp Fiction. It's not
Young lady, I should also mention this is somebody who was at the top secret Duke Nukem party last night, and we've been giving out these $1 mag money things. This one's for 20. I'm buying your silence. There you go.
You're not allowed to talk about what you saw last night at that party, right? Good deal. Now, what are you going to call us?
Still like fucked up. I drank an entire bottle of rum.
So you don't remember? We just gave you $20 for give it that.
So like the rest of the crowd can just go fuck themselves instead.
Followed by Wes Johnson. Hello, I'm the rolling voice panel.
Go fuck yourself!
All right, I gotcha. Okay, the question I had was, voice acting is, ever since Mom Blanc has worked in the ice, it's still kind of really new. There's a lot of people sort of coming in and they're aspiring to it. You guys worked really hard to get where you are today. Some of you like 10, 20, 30 years. I mean, you said
Hold on, go fuck yourself.
Okay, maybe I was giving you a little too much credit.
What's your question, goddamn it?
Question I heard, you guys, you said at your other panel the other day that you do 100 auditions and only get 2 jobs. So you have to be really passionate about what you do. So I have to ask the entire panel, what is the one, if you had to say one thing, what was the one primary motivator for you to continue chasing your art?
Like I said before, I just love performing, and I have not worked that hard to get into voice acting. I fell into it because I like to draw attention to myself in any way possible. And I've just been lucky enough to connect with some really awesome, wonderful, talented people who just say, hey, Mike, come on, do this. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And so I've had it really, really lucky. The sweat has come from just being a costume nut in any kind of venue I can. Make a lot of noise.
For me, it's all about self-serving, self-righteous son of a bitch who I want fame and fortune. I want to be famous and I want to be wealthy, and that's what drives me in the voiceover thing, is that I just want more money and for everybody to know me. Should I do this real quick right now?
Let everybody answer that.
I can't do anything else.
It beats the shit out of working at McDonald's.
Although there's some great voice artists working at the drive-thru.
Can I actually say, I really want to give like a real answer to this. Can I answer after you talk about the Twinkie thing, because another person has to go, like, that is selling that, or is it?
Can we do 2 more answers, and then we'll keep the theme. We'll go to, okay.
I'll try to bridge it. I'm glad you asked this because, sort of spinning this question on its head, I know a lot of people who are working in voiceover even that are motivated for the wrong reasons. You should do it because you love performing. Whether you're doing voiceover,
money.
Yeah. No, actually, it's not even about money. Yeah, but that's fine. And no, I know people who are some which are extremely talented, and their reason for wanting to continue pursuing voiceover is because they want to be famous, and they want fans, and they want to do this. This is cool. What we're doing right now is awesome, and we're very, very lucky. We're very happy to see people, but voiceover is not something that is inherently going to get you famous. So if anybody out there who wants to be a voice actor and has not gotten to do anything yet, my advice above all else is please
please make sure you are doing it for the right reason, and first and foremost because you love to perform. That's.
I think that our impression of actors is they're famous because the famous ones are the ones we know about. But I think really you have about as much chance of becoming famous as an actor as you do becoming famous as an athlete or becoming famous as a scientist. People don't realize, you know, there are like 120,000 members of Screen Actors Guild, and you know we can name maybe 10 or 20 actors that we know about. So there's a lot of work out there, and it's good work, and you know there's a lot of theater work, and we don't know any of the people that are doing theater unless you actually go to a play. So yeah, if you don't enjoy the work, do something else because you can make a better living and an easier living doing practically anything except being a jazz composer.
Goodbye, rolling voice panel.
I said voice panel, not a rolling crowd. Somebody give him a downer. Give him a downer. Now, John, ladies and gentlemen, talking about a wonderful charitable opportunity here, including things that will go directly to your ass. Here is Jon St.
Okay, so check it out. So a lot of people, a lot of guests have signed this here unopened box of Twinkies. Wow, I signed it. Somebody wrote Twinkie Weenie Sandwich. Okay, but it's an autographed box, unopened box of Twinkies. You know the shelf life on this is like, what's the half-life of Twinkies?
7,000 years.
So if you buy this at the Child's Play charity auction, which is tomorrow, bid on this, know that this is a long-lasting prize. So we just want to let you know that this is available because, as you know, Hostess, no more. Hostess is gone. They will not be manufacturing Twinkies anymore. I believe Twinkies will be coming back under the Bimbo brand, which is a Mexican bakery.
Well, they found out that actually Twinkies, even after they've been digested, are still Twinkies.
Right. But Hostess Twinkies will cease to exist, so this will actually have a great deal of value at some point. Remember the Child's Play charity auction Sunday. If you're around, you want to help raise some money, Sean, can we take this over to the Child's Play charity auction and secure it in a locked vault? Because they are valuable Twinkies.
If you don't eat them, then you have a 7,000-year half-life, and if you do eat them, it's only 5,000 years in your bowels.
You're on!
Hello, my name is Elliot, and I'm a member of the Unruly Crowd.
Go fuck yourself!
Go fuck yourself, thank you. What would Duke Nukem sound like if he was the DJ for a smooth jazz radio station?
That's the latest track from Dave Sanborn here at 98.1 KIFM, Smooth Jazz. I'm Duke, working into the night. Couple of minutes on the left side of 8 o'clock as we work toward the midnight hour with Smooth Jazz.
Balls of Velveeta.
Still not a catch yet.
I'm not really sure if you guys would be able to say this or not. I know a lot of people can't say Irish wristwatch. I just want to know if you guys can.
Wristwatch, motherfucker.
Irish wristwatch. Action, just do the accent and say wristwatch.
It's an Irish wristwatch, don't you know? It's me ticket time.
That's a good one, man. We owe this, man. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. If you can do 10 push-ups for us, I got $5 in mag money for you. Go for it. You get a buck for that. Anybody here willing to do 10 push-ups? First person in the circle, give it 10. Do it. right.
Did you
People shoving me
drop her
aside.
to 10?
Yeah, you did. I saw
Take her again. She skinned her knee. Oh.
He was in first.
There's something so sexy.
You did first?
Skin
All right, come here. Both of you two, come over here. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? She's what? Hiding? Come on over here. All right, so you did first, right? Yeah. So you get 5 MAGFest money. And you're a hot chick, so you get 10.
Plus, she has those sexy skinned knees. I mean, there's something hot about rug burn. Isn't there?
All right, Allie. I got a question that's kind of silly.
That'll be the first one of those we've done.
There are no silly questions, only silly voice actors.
Yeah, so I know that when you're doing voice acting, I'm sure they have like a cool snack bar or something like the company you're at.
Yeah.
What's the favorite snack you guys like to eat? Why do you have to do voice acting?
Green apples.
Yeah.
Crow.
I don't want to insult things.
Heroin.
I wondered where the beard came from last year. Now we know.
Okay, actually lie. They do generally have Granny Smith or green apples because it stops mouth noise.
Right.
It's really good for mouth noise stuff. No, I go for like the fucking Butterfingers or Snickers or whatever candy bar is sitting there, and then I get to my sugar rush.
All right, sir, here you go. Here's your $1 mag money. We're running out of the mag money. So this is the last of our questions here because we need to move on. And we actually have some stupid business to take care of here at Voice-a-Palooza. Oh, well, actually, come back. Oh, that's okay. Come up here, sir. You're the last question. But he's the last question, so you better make it good.
Hi, I'm Lily Voice Panel.
Go!
I can now drive my own weapon at several Fallout voice actors told me to go fuck myself. Anyway, I would like to ask, what is your favorite memory from a convention?
Last night, no details.
Are you normally dressed differently? Are you normally dressed differently here? Oh, then I made that up.
I think my favorite memory. No, you dreamed about that actually. No, I think my favorite memory comes from last year at MAGFest. There was a little girl about 8 or so who was dressed as a turret. Yeah, I mean, that's all these manly men here. I all had to go awe, and so did I. I mean, it was just you know, a toxic cuteness. You know, you just die from the cuteness. So
Man, it must have been really satisfying when you took her out from a long distance.
My God.
Mine was at, I believe, 4 MAGFests ago. Matt Mercer, who's on the first Voice-a-Palooza, was here. I had just turned 21, as Duke himself had counted down New Year's Eve that year. And Matt Mercer and a bunch of the guys that did There Will Be Brawl had a crazy party, and I went to it because I knew them. And there was an ass jiggling contest in their hotel room, and I bore witness to it, and everybody was like pissed drunk. So the next morning I saw Matt. It was the last day of the convention. I was like, dude, thank you so much for bringing me to that party. I feel like I'm 21. He's like, oh, no problem, dude. I don't remember shit from last night. So that was fun.
Well, this is my first MAGFest, and I hope to be back. Yesterday at the autograph signing session, I prank called some people's friends as Moira, and that was really fun.
My favorite thing was last year, actually, when I was upstairs. We were signing after one of the panels, and Brendan Becker, who you should all applaud for right now, creator of MAGFest. You applaud louder, because he's the creator of MAGFest. Came by the table with a box full of empty Four Loko that he had saved for 2 years and took to Josh Welchel, who consumed in one night. So if anybody has seen Josh's body, please consult Siri as to where to put it. Anybody have Siri?
Right now is right up there in the top 5.
Here you go.
Love you. Oh, I can't.
Alright, my question's for all you unruly voice actors.
Go fuck yourself.
Atari clowns.
The holy grail of all of them would be on The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to do something on Pokemon Black and White. I've auditioned for a lot of characters, I mean, it's still going, so maybe there's a chance. We'll see.
I really wish I could have gotten the role of GLaDOS in Portal.
I thought you did get your role.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of another favorite moment at a con. Well, never mind.
Ease up, you unruly crowd.
Hey, I was hoping to get the role of John Man 13, but yeah, hey, boom, something like that.
Did we all answer that one?
I got the role of Duke Nukem. I'm good.
Oh, still another cat.
How many cats do we have here? Anybody got cats? We got two guys. Anybody got cats? Got one cat. I think that was a go fuck yourself.
Candy, anybody? Candy?
Yes.
Sir, you go ahead and ask your question while we're doing this.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, geez, I kid by myself. It sounded so much more unkind.
First, I'd like to mention that I was at Jon St last night, and I asked this question, and he answered if I had any two girls kiss each other.
Oh. Oh, what was your question that made me get two girls to kiss each other?
Before that happened, his hat was flat.
Ain't never gonna do it without the fez on. Little Steely Dan there.
What advice do you have for developing range?
Singing. Yeah, vocal range, singing.
I'd say take voice lessons for singing, not for speaking.
Yeah, and indulge in enjoying the sound of your own voice. Just
Vocalize.
Do you like to sing? Do you go out and get some balls, go out and do karaoke in front of people?
What's your favorite song? What is your favorite song?
It is now. We have rock band in the room.
What was your name, sir? James, put the microphone close to your mouth, James. James, what's your favorite song?
I can't be said at the moment.
You can't do it?
Be a man,
Okay. You have karaoke in your room? She has rock band in her. And your name is? James. And your name is? Meet each other. You want to go to her room and do? It's cool. Seriously, go see karaoke now.
yeah, singing's good, and also stretch your range. You know, go higher than you think you can, and go lower than you think you can. Don't push it. Go back.
Wait a minute, I have karaoke in my room. We can kick him in the nuts.
Did we answer your questions, Ashley? Do we have some mag money for it?
We got one last mag money coin here, a $1 mag money. There you go.
Still not a catch, so we have one more. The pressure's totally on you.
I have $10 in mag money here. First of all, your question, ask me good, and if you drop it, you don't get to keep it.
When he throws it, drop the microphone.
Alright, first, hi, I'm in the crowd. Self-esteem, thanks to you. Alright, so as voice actors, before you do your job, let's do two-parter. Before you do your job, do you do any warm-ups? And while you're on your job, do you take any precautions to protect your voice?
Yeah, I smoke about a pack of cigarettes and drink a pint of whiskey.
Drink a lot of water. The more you hydrate yourself, the more fluid your vocal range is.
I see that a lot of people prefer warm water.
temperature water, never cold water. And the cold water is not bad for your throat, but it's not good for your heart.
Yeah, that's basically it. A lot of room temperature water, warm up beforehand, do some vocal exercises. Basically, that's it. Sometimes people talk about a little honey, lemon. I don't normally do that, but occasionally a little.
Well, honey, yeah, hot honey and lemon can help once your voice is trashed. I mean, it can help, you know, but, you know, I mean, I actually, when I've been dealing with some vocal problems, like I had a cold or something like that, I'd bring some hot honey and lemon, you know, just hot water with honey and lemon in it, into the studio, and that would just help soothe things. But my wife, you know, of course, she teaches singing as well as doing it, but she says the best thing you can do is just hum. Just hum right in the middle of your range, very easily, very quietly. That kind of gets everything warmed up in the blood vessels and stuff like that.
He's right, that's good to do, especially if you don't know like the lyrics to a song, just hum, because we can always use a good hummer.
On that, please give the phallic-shaped microphone back to John. I'll pass it up here, just put it right.
Drop it.
Are you ready?
No pressure! Catch it, but catch it.
Let's do that real quick. Let's do that now. The shorter, the dirtier.
You guys don't want to hear 50 Shades of Grey or Red as Big the Cat? Okay, that word we're all looking for is there, yeah.
I set the room out, him out, the crop out. He starts small, biting licks of the crop against my belly once more. Moving down, soft small licks against my clitoris. Sorry, I said. Three times again and again until finally, that's it. I can take no more. And I come.
I think that's it.
I love that you care so little about Big the Cat, you actually don't even remember how to do his voice.
I don't even know if that really was Big the Cat voice right there, was it? Did it sound right?
Anybody has some Big the Cat paraphernalia here right now will win another one of these lovely Atari light switches.
I'm pretty sure that none exist.
Anybody have anything with Big the Cat?
Anything with Big the Cat, anything. We've got this right here, the Power Up Arcade Light Switch from Think-E. I'm sorry, John.
I'm not. Apologize to Kyle Abear. He's the voice of Big the Cat now.
All right, I will accept then in that state anything from Lucy LaChance Shea. See, I'm fun too.
Hey, tough crowd, I tell you.
Any Indian headquarters?
Hey, let's play the serial in my game. No, that's not. Hey,
what's you got? Wait, somebody's coming. We've got one more after this. Cheese? Cheese? Hey! No! Cheese for no one. Except for him.
Hey, let's hear it for him on Really Loud. No, he just really did it.
Yeah, it was quick thinking, wasn't it? We got one last one.
Because I know a lot of people will have something. The first person who gets up here who has a piece of merchandise from Pokemon, go. What?
Who's right there? Is that Pokemon?
Oh yeah, the guy with the hat, yeah.
Yeah, he was first.
Oh yeah, no, dude, sorry.
Well, step up here then, sir. You give it to somebody else.
I'm sorry, your stupid ass Zubat in Alucard doesn't win. I'm just kidding, I'm sure your Zubat is level. Here, come take your controller. Ash.
Ash, no, Ash gets it. You can give it to anybody else. Actually, ladies, I choose you. He chooses you. Actually, any lady wants to come up and give him a quick lap dance, we'll get this light switch. And we'll put the switch on.
Jumping out of your seat.
minutes, and the reason we BS all along this way is because this little conceit that we're about to do will last no longer than 20 minutes. What we are about to do, ladies and gentlemen, is create here at Voice-a-Palooza 3 a video game. Just the audio portion, the visuals will suck. But we are going to create a video game of your making. We will take suggestions from the crowd on a name. We will get items. We will get a character for each person. I see a hand up over there already. And we will then do the game right here in front of you all. So, what I need, and it can't be the name of an existing game or an existing character, they have to be made up. You can use items from other games, but we will not take existing games or existing characters. So, this gentleman over here, stand up, sir. You'll need to shout out, I need a name of a game. Sit down. Yes, in the back with both hands up.
Go fuck yourself.
All right, the name of the game is Go Fuck Yourself. All right, now we need a character. What is the name of a character you serve? No. Unruly crowd? Indeed. Yes, sir.
Cordath the Moist.
Cordath the Moist. Horvath, right? Horvath the Moist. And who will play Horvath the Moist? Horvath. Horvath? R-V-A-T-H. Horvath the Moist. Who is that?
Jon St.
Jon St. John. Yeah, I'm not that Jim Puss the Squirrel. Horvath the Moist. Okay. Give me another character. Let's see. You, sir.
I say go fuck yourself. First name, go fuck. Last
Unruly crowd?
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Yes, over in the corner with the hood.
Luke Forge.
Luke Forge. And who is playing Luke Forge?
Pick him.
Karen? Karen is Luke Forge.
Yes.
Karen is Luke Forge.
Little boy. Little boy.
That's a big little boy voice. All right. 12-year-old Luke Forge. Let's see, in the back there with the Ninth Doctor haircut. Stand up.
What was it? Name?
A character name, yes.
Mac McFadden.
Mac McFadden. Mac McFadden. Mac McFadden. All right. And who will play that?
How about Mike? Would be Mac McFadden.
All right. Mike is Mac McFadden. All right. We need another character. 2 arms waving. Stand up, please. Sergeant what?
Sergeant Ginyu.
Sergeant Ginyu. How about Colonel Lingus? All the ladies love Colonel Lingus. Well, it looks like Sergeant just got a promotion. And who plays Colonel Lingus? Oh God, I blew it.
Wes Johnson, yes.
Horvath the Moist, when I could have been Colonel Lingus.
So those who want Colonel Lingus to be John Patrick Lowrie. John Patrick Lowrie is Colonel Lingus. All right, we have 2 more characters. We have Chris and myself. So we need, let's see, on the aisle, yes.
Robo Hamster.
Robo Hamster. And who should play Robo Hamster?
Wes.
Chris is Robo Hamster. And no matter what comes up now, I'm screwed.
Wait. Guy with 2 shaky arms, stand up. Make it good. This is Wes's part.
This is the big boss, the unruly bully.
Unruly bully. Now, if the crowd doesn't like it, we'll tell him what he can do.
Wes, aren't you usually the narrator when we do this?
I usually am the narrator, yes. So I can do the narrator and any of the voices that are necessary along the way. So here are our characters then. We're going to go with, it's a game called Go Fuck Yourself. The characters, Jon St. John I'm going to have to make you the villain in this one, and you are Horvath, the voice. Our young boy hero is Luke Forge, played by Karen. Let's have her old Shakespearean grandfather, played by Mike, is Macbeth.
Shakespearean.
Her guru, and the man who taught her everything, Colonel Lingus. And her faithful sidekick pet, the Robo-Hamster. Where does this take place?
A cruise ship.
A cruise ship. Very nice. What is the name of the cruise ship?
The Irish wristwatch.
The Irish wristwatch.
I'm not going to say it.
That deserves a go fuck yourself.
All right, now I need a magical item.
Bacon.
Wonder Bread? Magical Wonder Bread. It's magic when you find it. All right, Magical Wonder Bread. I need a weapon.
A sport.
Rusty sport.
General disinterest.
A lap dancing joystick. It wasn't used as a weapon last night.
It sounds funny, but it's not a weapon.
Sport.
Rocket propelled. Rocket propelled sausage.
I say we keep the lap dancing joystick not as a weapon, but in a rocket-propelled sausage. Oh, this is going to get ugly.
I'm counting on it.
Now, I need a food item.
Potato. Potato.
Did somebody say big cheese? I'm sorry, it's a cheese.
Surströmming.
All right, I'm sure everybody written down. Everybody please write down the items. We are on the cruise ship, Irish wristwatch.
He did it.
It is the cruise ship.
That's the name of the cruise ship?
Yes. Somewhere along the way, we will encounter Magical Wonder Bread. In this story somewhere, you will need to bring up a lap dancing joystick and a rocket-propelled sausage. And somewhere in this game, there'll be fromage cheese.
For everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now begin the epic game. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, don't oversell it, man. This is going to be tough.
On the open seas, the cruise ship Irish wristwatch was being tossed to and fro. The captain of the ship, Macbeth, tried to keep the crew safe.
I've got a window there, isn't it, tonight, myself? I wish I could get this ship under an even keel. Look at the weather should have not be. Bloody hell.
Entered the scene a small, impressionable child by the name of Luke Forge.
Grandpa, these winds are getting kind of scary.
Aye, Lucky, that they are. Did you drink your gram of scotch, lad?
I don't think that was in my Christmas stocking this year, Grandpa.
I will help to settle your gut, you know, you little wench.
Alongside Luke Forge, the ever faithful Robo
know what your grandfather was saying, actually. You gotta take a look at it. You gotta look at your grandma Billy. You know it with a lap-dancing joystick or a cock, you know. You get a little pet next time and pet the hair, man.
We talking and thoroughly commended Robo takes their lead from MAGFest to go under to the lower section of the boat, which was called Mag.
The hold.
Down to the hold went Luke Forge and the Robo-Answer to get advice from the knowledgeable Colonel Lingus.
Robo-Answer, stop licking yourself. It doesn't like that.
If you're going to lick someone you love.
Love the one you lick?
In the world of Go Fuck Yourself, Colonel Lingus was the most interesting man alive.
How can I help you, Luke?
Well, Colonel, it's really kind of getting scary out there. And, with Grandpa at the helm, these winds and the waves, and we're just a little nervous about what's going to happen with the weather.
At that moment, a ship crashed into the side of the cruise ship Irish Wristwatch.
Oh, bloody hell, it's happened again! It's this cursed ship. They should never have recommissioned the Irish Wristwatch. The Irish thing. I can't even say it. It used to be the Scottish sundial. They should have left it enough alone.
Across the bow of the cruise ship Irish Wristwatch was a large dirt ship piloted by Horvath the Moist.
I've had my fill of these bastards. That condescending Colonel Lingus, that Mac Macbeth, and that pukey little fucking Luke Forges, and that goddamn annoying fucking Robo-Answer is. Oh, I'll take them out. I have my rocket-propelled sausage, and I am ready to use it.
Prepare to be boarded, good ship Irish Wristwatch.
Coming over the horizon. Do you not know enough not to run afoul of a ship like mine? I'll send you down, you lackluster whack-whack.
At that moment, up to the deck came Luke Forge, Colonel Lingus, and the Robo-Hamster.
Remember, Luke, the 4 Moody cheese is with you.
Is that what that smell?
Well, actually, this man is Horvath the Moist, the most sinister man on the 7 seas. He's always pissed off because he's drenched in blood oil and seawater, actually. The only thing that can beat him is a really soggy, magical Wonder Bread because he hates it soggy just like him, actually.
No one knew what the hell the Robo-Hamster said.
I will take over this cruise ship, and I will take over by using my lap-dancing joystick.
From deep within his pouch, Horvath the Moist pulled out the biggest, the moistest, the most lap-danciest joystick any of the men ever seen.
Take that, Colonel Lingus. That's what all the ladies love.
Get back, Luke. I'm going to have to handle this.
I've never seen anything that big and red and bulbous.
You forgot moist.
You don't know moist. Colonel Lingus knows moist.
As Colonel Lingus stood tall, facing down against Horvath the Moist, MAGFest experienced much shrinkage.
Hey, maybe you've rammed this ship, Horvath, but the joke's on you. You're preached and taken water. It looks like Horvath the Moist might become Horvath the Wet.
Oh, shit. Look, you small pecker, fucking Irish drunken fuck.
Scottish, you bastard!
Oh, you are Scottish, aren't you?
Aye. What do you think I'm wearing this kilt?
I'm here to take all of the Vermonter cheese you have in your hole.
You'll find none of that under me kilt.
Luke, quick, get the cheese knife. Luke reached deep into his bag, looking for the cheese knife, but couldn't find it, instead pulling out.
Magical Wonder Bread. Maybe you can save us.
Luke took the magical Wonder Bread and began throwing slices of the very dry bread in the direction of Orvac the Moist.
Will you stop throwing that fucking bread in my face? You can put an eye out with that.
More dry bread, this is absorbent.
No, stop!
The croutons of bread were smacking across the face of Orvac the Moist. At that moment, much knowledge was imparted by Colonel Lingus. Lick faster, Luke. Lick faster.
Well, actually, yeah, you have to make sure that the bread is moist. It'll piss him off because he's moist too. I mean, that would have been all nice and soggy.
And suddenly, Robo Hamster was killed.
Finally, that fucking Robo-Hamster's gone. Well, Colonel Lingus, looks like he took a licking but kept on ticking. Didn't keep ticking.
Colonel Lingus decided to go for the one weapon he always held in reserve. I'm picking up Luke and swinging him at you with all of my force. Taking the child and smacking the head repeatedly against Orvac the Moist.
Luke, you're fucking sick! Creep off of me!
Reaching down to the corpse of the Robo-Hamster, it was time for MAGFest to act.
Use the joystick, Luke!
He took the Robo-Hamster and shoved it in the moistest spot he could find. As Orvac fell, impaled upon the hamster let out one final cry.
Well, Al, it's actually really comfortable up in your asshole here.
The bread continued to fly, and Orvac soaking up the moisture.
Well, you know, Wonder Bread in Santorum's pretty good.
Okay, everybody.
What an unruly crowd.
Then, the last rocket-propelled sausage fired. It was a dud. And Orvac the Moist met his fate.
I knew I'd die one day, but not with a hamster up my ass.
You see, Luke, I've always told you, don't serve sausage with croutons.
Is that the moral of this?
I got to admit, Lookie, that hamster you had, I never saw much work from, but he sure saved our shit today.
No one knew what the hell MAGFest was talking about.